Hello, welcome to this new course on management of field sales. We'll sometimes call it in short as MFS on the NPTEL platform. My name is Jayantu Chatterjee. I am an adjunct professor at Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. Before that, for almost 2 decades, I have been a full-time professor at IIT Kanpur in the Industrial Management Engineering Department, and I have taught at many other institutes around the world. Sales, marketing, industrial marketing, services marketing, product and brand management, these have been my favorite teaching domains as well as research interests. Several of these courses are already available on NPTEL, and out of those courses, I would highly recommend that you go through the course called Marketing Management 1, which is freely available to you. That will be an excellent input for better appreciation of this course, because this course is a little bit more specialized on the broader spectrum of marketing and sales. But interestingly, the reason I have this keen interest, and this has been my main teaching domain, is before I became a full-time academician, I spent more than 25 years out there in the corporate world, managing almost all the functions that I now teach and now research into. So I started as a sales engineer, and then I went into customer support, and then I started into marketing management. So right from the field salesperson role to the regional manager role to the national sales manager role, and rising up to the level of president and CEO, I have gone into the practice of sales-driven business development, value-added selling, in depth at a personal level. I have done these functions in various types of companies, right from a small startup to large multinationals, to national companies, to international companies. I have operated in the Indian market as well as markets outside India, in Europe and in other parts of Asia. When I started in this field in 1970s, salespeople actually had a kind of dubious image. It was a very important corporate function, management function, even at that time, and it was absolutely critical for corporate success. But the reason customers were then suspicious of salespeople, because during 50s and 60s, when large factories started churning out a plethora of products, all types of new products started coming into the market, the salespeople had a kind of unfair advantage because of information asymmetry. Because in those days, the media, the internet, the availability of information was not that ubiquitous. So the salespeople had more information than the buyer. And the buyer, therefore, were often taken, unfortunately, for a ride because of the huge pressure on the salespersons to create volume and to meet their quota. And as a result, the salespeople became somewhat selfish, manipulative, and they were often thought of as not trustworthy, con artists, and so on. From that stage, I was very fortunate that from the 70s onwards, over 80s, 90s, over 3 decades, we have seen a tremendous transformation of the sales process, more towards consultative, knowledge-driven selling, where salespersons have focused on creating long-term relations based on trust, based on their ability to advise the customer, their ability to partner with the customer in creating solutions that are meaningful for the customer's business. So customers' business success has now become the primary mission of field sales. And as a result, the field sales has started becoming the custodian of customers' interest and representing that as an advocate to their own organization. And in reciprocity, when this process works well, then the customers also become a partner in the marketing process, in the sales process, becomes a strong referral point. And the emphasis of sales today has shifted from acquisition of new customers to retention of existing customers, because repeat sales is now of primary importance for cost effectiveness, for reducing the cost of sales and marketing. In this course, I'm going to share with you the theory and practice, the long experience that I have had, and then during my academic period also over a long period of 2 decades, the research that I have done into this field to distill my experiential knowledge into understanding the principles, guiding the vectors that have created this transformation of field sales from the older days of dubiousness to today's situation of trust-based relationship partnering with the customer. This excellent and virtuous paradigm shift will be presented to you through practical life examples, case studies, and I'll share with you my deep understanding in this field to the extent that we can through this medium deeply. And I think if you participate in the forum of the course and post questions and become interactive, then I can assure you that we will not only learn this important expertise, but we will also have fun. So come, join us in this course and let's have fun together. See you there.